Good morning. We will begin. In yesterday's class, okay, we were all talking about dependability. I gave an examples of availability, reliability, safety, and security. These aspects we have covered, right? I gave an example, okay, availability aspects. And before that, we have gone through how to make a program maintainable one. Please recollect all the things, right? Though it appears all theoretical things, all these things are to be built as a part of our system architecture, right? That we need to understand. Now, continuing this, okay, theoretical stuff, right? It is a theoretical stuff. From textbook, I'll take it and complete its formality and add on things. I will push it for the extra class where I'll call and give additional knowledge, right? So, as a part of the textbook, now let's get into, right? So, when we talk about the dependability, there are few, okay, quality parameters have been mentioned. One is availability. How do you see now? Look at that availability is nothing but ability of the system to provide a service whenever you call. It could be yesterday I told you round the clock, right? All the days, right? All the days in a month, all the days in a year, and all. But the issue is that as an architect, how do you build these things, right? Those aspects beyond the syllabus would like to cover in extra slot. Maybe in this week, I'll call you an extra class and try to cover that, right? But let me quickly complete this aspect of this chapter today. Then when we talk about the reliability, it is again, okay, provide the results, right? Every time you call for every input, the same kind of things. It is nothing but, okay, deliver the services as specified, as specified. For example, 2 plus 2 will be always 4. Okay, if I run today, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, okay, there cannot be any variations in that one. Reliability of, okay, it is ensuring that you get the same result every time you call. Then, but the issues again remains, how do you ensure it? Safety, right? Operate without catastrophic failures. This is the safety, right? So please look into that. I open a door. How do I ensure that one door will not collapse on me? How do I ensure that the wheel of the aircraft opens at a proper time and all these things within certain 3 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever that is there after you initiate the request, right? Then security. Yesterday I told you that one, right? What is the guarantee that the money kept in my account is safe? Right? What is the guarantee that one, whenever I transfer the money from one of my account to other account, it goes to my another account only. It doesn't get into that one, right? So a system to protect itself against accidental or deliberate intrusion, right? It could be virus, it could be somebody deliberately entering into the system with a malicious intent and all these things. How do I ensure? This is a security aspect that people have to look into. So it is not only the program working correctly, it is right the available all the time, produce the same result every time, same context is being repeated, right? How safe is that if at all in the engineering system we talk about that, then how secure that it provides services, okay, so that people are confident about that, right? Yes. So these are the different parameters of dependability. Okay, Ashish, you can note down, list and explain the various quality aspects of dependability, right? Yes. Now, when you look at that, see, you have to pay for everything. Nothing comes free, and anything comes free, probably it may not be the proper thing in the proper thing. Now, when you wanted a high availability, high reliability, you have to pay more for that, right? So now look at that. This is a very okay, common sense, right? Whatever the knowledge being depicted here. When you dependability parameter, they move from low to high and ultra high. The cost of the product will also increases. But why do cost increases, right? Why the cost of a product increases when a dependability move from low to ultra high? Explain with the examples. Ashish, you cannot done. See, for example, that's what I'll take in extra class. When I wanted availability, okay, whenever you request that one, okay, you need to get our services. But in that case, I need to ensure that there is a fault tolerance. One thing fails, the other will take over and yet it provides service. When you take care of this through the fault tolerance, right, there are a lot of provisions you need to include, right? Just a minute, uh, just a minute. I need to. Okay. See here, right? You have to pay more when you go for high dependability, right? Yes. There are many other aspects of which are pulled from other things and all, which I'll skip it now and I will share with you in an extra class. These are all add-on things. How do I ensure more availability? What are the engineering strategies I need to put into, right? So I'll pick this and tell you that later because this is add-on things, not part of your routine coverage, right? Even I'll tell you about the patterns and all. This is not a part of right now coverage as per the syllabus. I will get into next one. Now, when you look at the software process, right, what the textbook speaks about, one of the things is rational unified process (RUP). Yesterday you are seeing inception, elaboration, construction, and transition phases and all, right? This you are seeing. In the inception, you create an idea what to build, and in elaboration, you come out with the architecture, design, and all these things. You know how to build it, right? Then construction, you really build a product and all, and transition, you try to deliver, deploy kind of things that already we have sell it, right? So this is another variations of that. I'll skip it. This diagram already I've told you. Yesterday we discussed. Now coming to different terms, different aspect of the workflow and the description given in the textbook beautifully. Look at the sentence statements and all. Just 1 minute, hold on. 1 minute, hold on. Look into this, right? Business modeling. See, probably when you are in the inception phase of a rational unified process, you try to model the business and all, right? You create an idea, what to build, right? So business processes are modeled using the business use cases. They are all at the higher levels, right? It should provide a service so that it can locate nearby all COVID-19 patients. That's what is a use case for me. It should help me. I should develop an app which will help, right, in 1 kilometer, right, what all the say COVID-19 patients are there, so that I can get an alert. This is the higher level kind of visualization of the system that I'm going to build. Then requirements are different. Requirements are the micro level, right? How people should register, how people should get notified. Is it a notification that whenever a COVID-19 patient automatically register, it gives me notification, or I need to get login and then try to see it and all, right? All the kinds of things as a part of a requirement. Analysis and design, right? You get into the micro level details. How do I build it, right? What kind of platform I have to use, right? So is the requirements are okay for end users, right? Whether end user wanted to have a different expectation of how to build it and all. Yes. So implementation, when it comes to that one, what platform, what technology, how do I do it, right? Any automated tools I have to use. Testing is an integral component of everything, which already we have seen in RUP process. So all these things we will see in detail, right? Deployment is once everything is being done, you need to install in client side, server side, middleware, whatever that comes. You have to ensure that all coordinates. Just 1 minute. Just So now look, see, I'm at the same time addressing examination related issues. Huh? So that's why I'm muting in between, right? Now, configuration management, you develop a different versions of a same product, same component, same object and all. How do all this configuration try to you manage? Okay, and also the workflow in the project development, right? That's a very important thing. Check in and check out. I take one object, try to modify. If somebody also takes that one and modify, if both updates, one will overwrite other things. How do we manage this check in, check out kind of all these things? That is one. Project management is a total overall workflow, right? Okay, it is something like a schedule. It is something like planning, right? Okay, 1 minute. Again, I'll mute. Okay, I'll come back. Right? Project management is who should be there at what time, what resource required, what task is to be assigned, right? And verification whether from one phase to other phase when you migrate, okay, things are being all reports are being properly produced or not. Deliverables you have to look into what all the deliverables, approvals of deliverables. Okay, all this it is a resource, human resource management. It is all resource management, ensuring that the development will make a progress. This is about the project management. Today is purely theoretical things, right? And I'll call extra where again concrete things will go, right? Environment. Again, this connected with the environment for platform, okay, space, infrastructure, okay, and space provided for developers, designers, automated tools, whatever we use, everything make an environment. It is not the space where we sit. It is also the platform, software, okay, whatever we use, their connectivity, their availability, okay, for the team coordination, communication, how do they do? All that mix, okay, environment. So these are the different workflow. Ashish, you can note down. List and explain the following, okay, workflow of product development. List and explain the various workflow of process development, product development. List and explain the various workflow of a product development. So these are the different workflow. You can give a different name also. Different book will okay refer it by different terms and all. All are right. All are right. Are you getting it? Right. So we will keep moving quickly. There is one assignment. There is something called computer aided software engineering. Use of tools. You wanted a GUI, okay, to be prototyped and all, there are tools available. You want to manage a project and all, there are tools available. You want to debug your program, there are tools available. You wanted to test and all, there are tools available. I given you simple assignment. Assertion, simple, as simple as that. Don't. JUnit I have given. You need to work on that. And please remember, I have extended the deadlines of all the submission to September 30, except okay, the test script which you will be developing it on a reusable component. Probably it is assignment number 9 or something. Let me check that. Let me check. 1 minute. Let me check that and share with you. Sorry, it is not this. See here, assignment number 9, I've made it as October 30. It is there from beginning. Rest all I've made it September 30, a day before you come and join physically in the classroom here. So if you are submitted, all right. If you are not submitted, please work on that. And those who don't have a system, I'll give for them separate deadline, that you can come here, work and submit, right? So you have assignment on that also, right? They're all computer-aided software engineering case. Sometimes people will give questions in the exam, theoretical things, right? You people should be prepared for that. Okay, what's the use of computer-aided software engineering? List and explain whatever the tools that you know. Ashish, you put it right. What is the use of computer-aided software engineering? It is to enhance the performance. It is to automate the process or the activities and all, so that you can generate accurate and optimize, right, and better results you can produce. Case tools. List and explain various case tools, right? Planning tools are there, editing tools are there. Use a text editor, you use a word processor. What is that? That's a tool. You write a program, there is editor for that. Okay, who does that? That's right. Similarly, language processing tool, all compilers are again a tools, right? So what all the tools you will go through, right? What all the tools you will go through. I'll put one more assignment. There are tools available for GUI prototyping. Assignment number 10, I'll put it. Okay, pick any GUI modeling tool, right, and learn it how to model it. So by this, you can make this as a learning, as a practice-based learning, and thereby you can produce the results, right? Thereby you can prepare yourself, right, for placement, right? Again, I have muted it for you because of examination process overlapping, right? So I'll be asking you, okay, there are many tools. One testing tool assignment already given. Now what I'll be telling is that about the one more assignment is on GUI prototyping. The question is that why should we do it for 100 marks or 3 credits or 4 credits, whatever it is there. So please look into that. That alone will prepare you for better things. Placement. Say tomorrow you can have that one. These are the, say I'll tell you, I'll bet, not down that. Today's my word, you not done. In your resume, you write it. Okay, I've got an experience, okay, expertise in JUnit and okay, assertions. There will be a lot of questions in your interview. And if you answer that one, you will be really appreciated and they're going to prefer you. Right? So why not you put all these things, whatever you do practice, right? You put it that you got an experience on writing a test script on model based testing. People will look at you, gentlemen, what is that you're talking? See, tomorrow I'm giving a session for 7 sem student and also one of the company where people are developing a testing, right? For them also I'm giving a training tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Okay, 7 sem people, they have a software testing and we have a MOU with one company. Company should provide us a training, but in fact, I am giving a training for the people who are working there on model-based testing. Are you getting it? Right? So when you add it in your resume, right, I have an expertise in writing a test script for model-based testing. I have an expertise in JUnit. People will look into that. Oh, remember, it is something like how the interview you have to face. Okay, you have to manage the people who take an interview by preparing your resume properly. These are the technology I know. These are the tools I know, right? So that will make the other people to ask question only on that. That's how you are managing people. Ashish, I'm making some sense to all people. Why assignments? Why assignments? These assignments will prepare you, okay, so that you can do better in the placement. Ashish, can you unmute and respond to me? Ashish?
Yes, 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 sir.
Yeah, that's why extra class, that's why assignment. If at all anybody finds a burden, right, please through CR come and approach me. You will be relaxed, you will be given relaxation, but you will be losing something at the same time. It's something that double-edged sword, right? Got it. But out of that minimum, I'll take it. There are some maximum kind of things. It is up to you. Got it. So I'll be
Yes.
adding 10th assignment today, right? Where you will be asked to find out that case tool for prototyping GUI. Don't ask me which one. You have to search, install. Okay, prepare, work on that, prepare its report, and possibly if you can create a video how to use that one, and along with PDF report of you, okay, your experience, and the how to use that tool. If you submit both, I'll put that. That will be great thing. I'll tell you. Okay, if anybody do that one, then you need not attend any of my class. You are ready to learn on your own everything, and that is an outcome of any education, my dear friends. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, now there are many tools, right? Where exactly they are being used, this is how the textbook has given. Please buy the textbook, go through every page, every line, every word, mark it, because there are some people who will ask question theoretically from any corner of the book. People are habituated. If a question paper goes to outside people, if they ask from any corner, you should know every term used in the textbook, right? Some people may ask about the case tools, list and explain the features of various case tools, where all these tools are being used, right? Planning tool, now look at that. Planning tool, it is a part of specification. Editing tool, part of editing tool used everywhere. What all the phases of product development, specification, requirements, design, implementation, verification, validation. Validation is testing. Verification is migrating from one phase of product development to other phase and validating that one, whatever that the design phase will validate requirements, whether they gel with each other or not. Okay, that's called verification. Thank you. Right? Now, okay, look into that. I'm taking you through, right, the syllabus. What is that we did it? We did the first chapter, 7 hours of the first chapter. But how many classes we have taken? Right? 11 classes we have taken. Right? And one more class extra, I'll take it 12 classes. See, if you have 7 hours, we are taking 12 hours. Right? Around 5, okay, hours, one more class extra I'm taking. Right? 5 hours we have taken extra because we pumped in extra things. One more caller, please wait. One more call, please wait. Sorry, I'm managing parallel things, right? So the chapter number 1 we have completed. Every term used in this, you please go through. This entire thing is from the textbook. We have pumped in extra, and one extra class in this week I'll call you, and I'll pump in more additional concrete examples, hand-holding kind of things. Where hand-holding I'll give, where experience you get it. One of the simple example is, right, I want to make the services available round the clock. Okay, look at this here. Availability, right? How do you ensure as a part of the design? Ashish, note down. Ashish, unmute and note down. Ashish, unmute and note down.
Yes.
Right, right. Explain the various design strategies. Note down, I will explain that. Explain the
Yes.
various design strategies, right? You use in order to ensure the availability quality parameter of a product. Now, various strategies. This is explain the various strategies,
Availability.
availability quality parameter of a product.
Okay.
Okay, understood? So, in order to explain this answer, right, you have to attend extra class. Otherwise, this is okay. That's why I've scripted today. I'll not tell any additional things. I'll tell only what is there in the textbook. But you feel incomplete. Ashish, am I right?
Yes. Yes.
You will get a marks beautifully. S grade, A grade, even B grade also. They're all beautiful things. But in the interview, if people ask availability, what is availability? You explain theoretically. Now, can you tell me, okay, how it can be incorporated in the design? You are stuck. Got it? So I will be telling about that later, right? From tomorrow, I mean, tomorrow is a holiday. Day after tomorrow, next class, Saturday, I'll begin with the second chapter, requirement engineering. Already requirement related, we already started. Chapter 1 and 2, I'm mixing. But requirement engineering, as per the textbook and add-on, I will begin here. And there are assignments on IEEE format. Please study that. And also, as per IEEE format, you have to prepare your software, I mean, requirement specification and upload here for your project. It's a group work. All group members will upload separately against your, right, USN number in Google Class. That's what is assignment. Already are given. Please do that. Right? So Ashish, now I have a meeting. Shall I stop here? Ashish?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay, all of you,
No
please
problem.
permit me. Please permit me. Okay, there is an okay immediate urgent meeting is there at 9:30. I'm going there. Right? So again,
Hello.
I'll come back. Please go through all assignment. The date and all, I've extended it. Right? Yes. Okay, thank you. 52 people have participated in this. Right? But please ensure that all of you will participate. Thank you. I'll end the meeting.
Yes.